Well, Ryan Clark, you got pushed aside again this afternoon, dude. I'm sorry. My plan this afternoon was to have a little bit of fun with Ryan Clark, ESPN's proudest beta male. But something was brought to my attention that takes precedence over making fun of a weak dude. We primarily focus on sports and sports media on this channel. However, we also focus on the entertainment industry and the mainstream media. Sometimes I will come across a story that has nothing to do with sports, but I feel like it's important enough to mention to you guys, bring it to your attention. We did this last week with Taylor Lorenz. Taylor Lorenz, what a dumb fuck she is. She wrote a hit piece on Libs of TikTok, which ended up blowing up in her face. Libs of TikTok gained hundreds of thousands of new followers on Twitter. Taylor Lorenz lost any credibility that she had left. There is a war going on in this country right now. I'm not talking about a political war. I'm not talking about the war in Ukraine. I'm not talking about the war in sports where the woke are desperately fighting to keep their disgusting hands in our sports leagues. The war I'm talking about is the war being fought over the minds of your children. You know how Mao took over China? He poisoned the minds of the youth. Starting at a young age, kindergarten age, he forced schools to teach propaganda to children. He turned them against their parents. He turned society against the wealthy. Any of that sound familiar? All it took was one generation, and Mao changed China forever. Social justice warriors, they are using the same tactics today here in America. Discovery Media, another woke organization soon to lose any and all credibility. Discovery. They recently acquired CNN. It was part of a merger between Warner Media and AT&T. I don't know how AT&T is still in business. Their cell phone service is complete garbage. Their internet is embarrassingly slow. My parents, they have AT&T DSL. My 56K dial-up modem in 1996 is faster than that bullshit. When Discovery acquired CNN, their mission to the public anyway was to transform CNN into a legitimate news organization. CNN, it's the American equivalent to RT, Russia Today, which is state-run media in Russia. Discovery, they started off on the right foot. They immediately shut down CNN Plus. It's always a smart decision to part ways with shitfucks like Jamel Hill and Rex Chapman. That's always good business. Now, all Discovery needs to do is wipe out 90% of the on-air talent at CNN and bring in actual journalists. However, it seems the publicly stated mission of turning CNN into a legitimate news organization, it seems that was just bullshit propaganda. Earlier this week, a trailer was released for a new reality show premiering on Discovery's streaming service this summer. Tyra Banks, she is the executive producer of this new show. Now, this show should be harmless, right? Should just be mindless, entertaining television. After all, it's airing on Discovery. When I was growing up, the Discovery Channel was where teenagers went to watch orangutans fucking each other in an oak tree. Now, I've never personally been a fan of the Discovery Channel, but the network, they have produced some popular shows. Naked and Afraid, Gold Rush, Alaskan Bush People, Deadliest Catch. This is mindless television. These are shows that don't require you to think. It's purely for entertainment. It's the same thing with Tyra Banks. She had that daytime talk show for a while. She hosted America's Got Talent, Dancing with the Stars, America's Next Top Model. The combination of Discovery and Tyra Banks producing a television show aimed at children should be perfectly safe, right? If you allow your children to watch this trash, you should rethink your rights to be a parent. Matter of fact, the parents that allowed their children to participate in this show should not be parents. Get your beer and popcorn ready. I hope you're able to contain your excitement. Premiering this summer, Tyra Banks and Discovery Media proudly present to you Generation Drag. Generation Drag? I know dressing in drag was a popular fad back in the 70s, 80s, maybe even part of the 90s. I thought we had moved past the drag queen fad. Nowadays, men don't dress in drag. They cut off their dick and call themselves women. Those are the men dedicated to their craft. The men who are afraid of knives, men like Leah Thomas, or men without necessary funding, they keep their schlong and simply identify as a woman. But that's okay. That's okay. Because Generation Drag is not aimed at adults. It's a show about children being marketed to children. I'm going to show you a little clip of the trailer. If the trailer doesn't show in this video, it means Discovery hit me with a copyright strike. Hopefully that won't be the case. Check out this clip from this exciting new series premiering this summer.
Completely different.
I'm so pretty!
My drag name is Vanessa Shimmer, and she is just a force you cannot reckon with.
How do I parent a child that wants to do drag?
I never expected drag to be a part of our lives.
Oh my God, these are so cute.
These are problems I never thought I had to prepare for.
Is that not the most vile, disgusting shit you've ever seen? Teenage kids being pimped out by their parents for money. This used to be illegal. You know what we used to call people who sexualize children? Pedophiles. Today, these woke fucks call them good parents. Look at John and Tammy. They're so inclusive. They allow little Abner to call himself Abby. Look at Abby in that dress. It perfectly hides his dinky. What the hell is wrong with these parents? You heard the dad in the clip. As a parent, I didn't think I'd be dealing with this problem. Are you fucking kidding me? Really? You are the problem. You know what my dad would have done if at 13 years old, I came home in a blonde wig, lipstick, and a dress? My dad would have beat my ass so hard, I would have needed surgery for a new ass. Here you have these modern parents pretending to be clueless. I just don't know what to do. My child wants to be a girl. I guess I should buy him a pair of high heels. No, Dad, you're supposed to do your job and teach him how to be a man. Of course, fewer and fewer men know how to do this because they themselves have no fucking idea how to be a man. I was actually surprised when I found out Tyra Banks was producing this show. I'll admit, I'm not all that familiar with Tyra Banks, but what little I did know about her, I thought she was a classy woman. I guess I was wrong. This show she is producing is evil, is pure evil. Generation Drag will follow these fucked up parents as they groom their children to compete in dragutante. I'm sure most of you have never heard of dragutante. I apologize for exposing you to this bullshit. Dragutante is a pageant. It's been held every year in Denver since 2017. You must be under the age of 18 to compete. Take a look. Take a look at some of what they call their 2021 stars. Oh, I'm sure Grandma just loves pinching those cheeks when she sees her grandson dressed like a damn dumbass. My grandson is proud to be a part of the future freaks of America. I don't mean to speak poorly on these children. To be honest with you, I feel bad for them. Numerous studies have shown the majority of children who change genders grow up to regret the decision. You have to really dig, though, to find that research. You won't find the mainstream media talking about it. Over in England, they are offering gender transitioning to children as young as 3 years old. Yeah, fucking 3-year-olds in England can change genders. My youngest nephew, he will be 3 in August. He can't control his own farts, and you want to allow him to control his gender? If you listen to the media, you would think the majority of parents are trans inclusive. The media likes to spin the narrative that Republicans are transphobic while Democrats are fighting for transgender rights. This is a myth. It's propaganda. They want you to believe the country is divided on this issue when that couldn't be further from the truth. As you guys know, Ron DeSantis, he passed that bill in Florida which bans schools from poisoning the minds of children with this demonic bullshit. They polled Democrats in Florida. Something like 70% of them supported Ron DeSantis and that bill. They don't want their children exposed to this evil. I rarely mention religion here on the channel, but teaching this shit to kids is demonic. Whatever devil you believe in, this comes from him. With America rejecting the transgender movement, with America rejecting the religion of woke, have you ever stopped and wondered why the mainstream media and entertainment companies continue to push this bullshit? Have you ever wondered that? Think about it. Anything woke continues to fail. NBA went woke, 2 years ago? Record low ratings for 2 years. CNN Plus failed. Bomani Jones failed. Jamel Hill continues to fail. Joy Reid, failure. Rex Chapman, failed. Award shows, ESPYs, Grammys, continue drawing record low ratings. While preparing this video, I tried to find anything associated with the woke movement that actually succeeded. I couldn't find one example. The mainstream media, the entertainment industry, they used to have one mission: draw an audience. The media, they can't make money without viewers and readers. Television shows, they cease to exist without an audience. Television is not cheap to produce. It costs millions of dollars to produce a show like Generation Drag. So why would Discovery produce a show like this when it's destined for failure? CNN lost $300 million on CNN Plus. Discovery will lose millions of dollars when Generation Drag fails to draw an audience. They know this. They know this is going to fail. So why would they produce it? Because it's not about making money. It's not about drawing ratings. This is about change. It's about implementing their agenda. These people know they will never control our parents' generation. They'll never change their minds. Now, my generation, millennials, unfortunately, they have some of us, but they don't have all of us. But Gen Z and the children growing up behind them, they're still vulnerable. They're still impressionable. It's no accident that more and more school systems are operating behind closed doors. They don't want parents involved. These people want the minds of your children. They want to turn your kids against you. Your parents are old-fashioned. They aren't cool. They aren't inclusive. They don't accept you for who you are. It is perfectly normal to put lipstick on your ass and have your hamster lick it off. If they can raise an entire generation confused about their identity, confused about who they are, then they have an entire generation reliant on them for leadership. They don't want free thinkers. They don't teach free thinking in school anymore. They don't teach critical thinking. They teach these kids how to be reliant. They teach them to comply. Like I said earlier, it took Mao one generation to completely change China. One generation. Now, how many kids in this generation have already been lost? Let me know what you think. Generation Drag, will you be watching? Probably not. If you were subscribed to Discovery Plus, will Generation Drag cause you to cancel your subscription? Sound off in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe. Click the notification bell to receive all notifications from the channel. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com, KC_BTL84 on Twitter. Have a good weekend. We're planning on painting the studio tomorrow and trying to fix the echo problem back there. I hope to have time to get a video out tomorrow, but if I don't, I'll see you guys on Sunday.